Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm your presenter Mervin. Coming up, Dominica to play a major role in the World Health Assembly this month. Blaize is a new chairperson of the Laplaine Laronde Village Council and 14 graduate from the Dominica Community High School. Details of our headline stories and others after this.
Hello? Listen, you have to call me back because I'm going to cross the street. Okay, bye.
Be smart. Don't use cell phones while crossing the street. Be safe. Use the pedestrian crossing. A message brought to you by the Violence and Injury Surveillance System Committee in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. The Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has assured members of the Laplaine Laronde Village Council that the DLP administration will take action to address their concerns. The DLP leader gave their commitment as he addressed the council's 18th inaugural meeting on Wednesday at the Jones Bopier Government School.
I have taken note of the 4 issues raised by the chairperson: street lights, completion of Laplaine playing field to include lighting and fencing, the Portman Road, and number 4, the Ghetto Link Road. I want to say to you, my dear chairlady, before the end of your first term in office, first year in office, those 5 things or 4 things would have been implemented successfully.
The Dominica leader, a strong advocate for the beautification of communities, applauded the council for its focus on keeping the community clean.
I have tried to promote cleanliness and beautification island-wide because I believe that we have to demonstrate to ourselves and our people and our visitors that we are a people of pride. We believe in cleanliness and beautification. If we are to boast to the world that we are a eco-tourist destination, the nature isle of the Caribbean, and some others say the world, it should not be only on what the Lord has bequeathed to us. It has to be in addition to what we have done to enhance what the Lord has given to us. And if we have an abundance of rain in Dominica, why should we not have beautiful plants adorning our yards and our streets in Dominica?
At Wednesday's meeting, 7 councillors were officially sworn in to serve the communities of Laplaine and Laronde for the next 3 years. Blaize was sworn in as the new chairperson.
I am happy to have served my community and trust that together with my fellow councillors, some of whom I have served in the council before, we will seek to move this community in the right direction. We wish to register our thanks to the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica, who have been unwavering in their commitments in empowering the village council through the provision of funds for various community-based projects.
The Honorable Minister for Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs, Catherine Daniel, used the opportunity to call for unity among residents in the pursuit of community development.
The role of local authorities is now much more dynamic and diverse. Thus, the need for all stakeholders to work together, regardless of race, religion, political affiliation. You all in Laplaine want development. Therefore, your synergies should be aimed at cooperating towards this end. I urge you to do all in your power to maintain a climate of harmony for the overall development of Laplaine and its environs.
Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Laplaine constituency, Peter Seja, informed residents that there were major plans ahead for the community.
And as a sign of our commitment to working with this new council, the Prime Minister has informed me that come Friday, a check will be issued to the council for the execution of 2 projects in Laplaine. First of all, Madam Chair, and I heard the chair allude to that, the Portman, well, most people in Laplaine don't know what is Portman Bridge, but the access road to Portman Bridge, that is the bridge by Setma in the valley in Ghetto, that has been given problems for quite some time, that this will be a thing of the past as of Friday. We will get some monies to address that crossing. So please, somebody carry that good news to Setma for me and tell her she may weave a Ghetto. Also, that check will address the situation of 4 individuals in Kasgore. Well, Kasgore is a start, so wait, your turn is coming. 4 families will receive washroom facilities by the intervention that the Prime Minister will make through that check on Friday.
The Laronde Village Council was first inaugurated in 1963. We will bring you more from Wednesday's meeting in Friday's newscast. In more news, Dominica will play a major role in the region's approach to the 68th meeting of the World Health Assembly later this month. Dominica's Honorable Health Minister Dr. Kenneth Darrow, along with OECS health ministers and their technical advisors, recently attended a meeting in Barbados. At that meeting, it was determined that Dominica would prepare the OECS joint statement on the international health regulations. The IHR is a national legal framework to work against the spread of health threats in the world. Along with promoting health security, it also aids in minimizing the impact of health threats and outbreaks on trade and travel. Just last year, Dominica was recognized as being way ahead in its implementation of the World Health Organization's IHR. This is why the island will represent the OECS at the international level.
And when we speak of global health security, the issue of something happening in one country affects us in Dominica. A typical example could be the pandemic flu, or let us suppose what was much spoken about, or is still spoken about now, Ebola preparation. And therefore, we have certain obligations since that we signed on to the international health regulation in 2007 to put certain things in place to address those diseases when they do occur. But the region, small island states with small economies, issue of finance, have challenges in terms of putting some of those, building some of those capacities, and therefore we need to make our voices and our challenges heard at those big meetings, international meetings. So the region will also be taking a common approach to that.
According to the Chief Medical Officer, to effect the changes that small island nations need, they must take their seats at the international table. This time, the region will be heard as one when the OECS presents a joint statement on chronic non-communicable diseases and the need for the private sector to contribute to its management and the relationship between climate change and health, specifically air pollution. The OECS region will also make its appeal for increased support for a power fund for vaccination.
We in the region, we are benefiting from what we refer to as the power revolving fund for procuring vaccines. In Dominica, we have a number of vaccines that under the expanded immunization program that we make at no direct cost to the children between 0 to 12 years old. But however, this procuring the vaccines are done under PAHO at very concessional prices that they negotiate with the manufacturers. And there are some challenges in terms of protecting the fund, and the region, recognizing the importance of vaccine preventable diseases, the OECS region will be making a strong statement at the World Health Assembly in order to assist PAHO to be able to ensure that we can procure those continue to procure those vaccines at concessional prices to small island, certain for small island developing states like Dominica.
The meeting of health ministers in Barbados has also resulted in a decision for regional cohesiveness. Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow explains.
We felt the need for a stronger cooperation between the sub-region, between the OECS countries. We think sometimes we attend these international conferences, not just in health, but in other areas, too fragmented. And if you look at some of the other regions, small island developing states like the Pacific, sometimes the African and Indian Ocean seas, they come to these meetings well prepared. They would have had a number of preparatory meetings leading up to these international conferences. So when they come in with a unified voice, and of course, the Ola Day Jam, they strengthen numbers.
The 60th meeting of the World Health Assembly will bring together representatives of 192 countries in Geneva, Switzerland from May the 18th. The Cultural Division and the National Cultural Council is holding a sculpture exhibition in honor of Mr. Louis Desiré from the 5th to the 29th of May. Gregory Rabes, Cultural Projects Officer, says this exhibition falls under the 2015 Dumfesta activities.
Every year at Dumfesta, the Division of Culture, as part of Dumfesta activities, usually hosts an art exhibition, of course, focusing on different aspects of the art or focusing on different artists as a way of showcasing an important element of the arts generally, meaning fine art or other types of art. It could be ceramics, sculpture, things of that nature.
Desiré was a master wood carver and an art tutor recruited from Haiti in 1981 by Haitian-born artist Gilda Thibault. As a result of the numerous hardwood trees which fell all over the island due to Hurricane David in 1979, it was felt that young people could develop new skills in woodworking, including wood carving, which was then a lost art in Dominica. Chief Cultural Officer at that time, Alwyn Boley, created the program, which developed significantly over the years under the leadership of various cultural icons. Desiré was known as an excellent teacher who gave encouragement to hundreds of creative youth who are now well equipped with woodworking skills. He became a citizen of Dominica in the 1990s and has produced many iconic pieces which grace private homes and government buildings, including a complex piece which was given as the official gift from Dominica to Queen Elizabeth II on her visit to the island in 1985. Chief Cultural Officer Jacinta David says that the skills of Mr. Desiré were greatly appreciated by the Cultural Division.
Mr. Desiré really spent all his years here with us at the Cultural Division, and we are very grateful. We are very happy that he was able to share his skills with hundreds of young people in wood carving. Even I myself was once a student of Mr. Desiré. There are other students of his as well who has gone on to replace him, actually. I mean, not replace him because nobody can replace Mr. Desiré, but anyway, to continue the work of Mr. Desiré here with us at the Cultural Division.
You're watching National Focus. Still to come, 14 graduate from the Dominica Community High School.
Did you know the Caribbean Court of Justice is 2 courts in 1? The CCJ has 2 functions: an original jurisdiction, which deals with your right to move between CARICOM countries freely, and your right to move your money and your business. This is the basis of the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, and the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, and an appellate jurisdiction to hear appeals from courts of those countries which decide to use it as their final court of appeal and no longer go to the Privy Council. All CARICOM member states who have signed the agreement establishing the CCJ are members of the CCJ.
Welcome back. For the 9th consecutive year, the Ministry of Sports has recognized the top-performing men, women, and associations across the island for their contribution to sports. The awardees were locally recognized on Wednesday at the 9th Annual National Sports Awards, dubbed Strengthening Society Through Sporting Achievements. Trevor Shillingford is the National Sports Coordinator.
We at the Ministry responsible for sports are pleased to once more organize this event as a means of showing gratitude on behalf of the state to our outstanding sports personalities and organizations. This evening, we are all gathered for the sole purpose of saying thanks, and we are doing so in a tangible way. The National Sports Award continue to be a major part of our national calendar of events. The task of organizing this event seems to be becoming more challenging each year. However, given our commitment to you, the sports personalities, we continue to work through the challenges to ensure that your efforts are celebrated.
Most valuable players in various sporting disciplines were acknowledged in Part 1 of the awards, including male and female MVPs in athletics, basketball, cricket and volleyball. In Part 2, Sporting Village of the Year went to Mont Prosper, and the National Bank of Dominica was awarded Sponsor of the Year. Other awards went to Special Olympics of the Year, Joan Reiner, Top Reporter, Gavin Richards, and Top Official, Julian Seraphing, among others. Dubla United received the award for Club of the Year, and the Dominica Cricket Association won Association of the Year. Shani Angle was announced Female Youth Athlete of the Year, while Kushaski John Lewis was awarded Top Male Youth Athlete. The prestigious title of Sportswoman of the Year went to Kasika Samuel, and Sportsman of the Year was Randolph Peltier. Addressing Wednesday's ceremony was the Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports, Justina Charles.
As a government, we are cognizant of the role that sport plays in transforming and strengthening our country. As we recognize your achievements in the field of sport, the theme is inviting you to use this as a platform to build on your success, to go beyond receiving by sharing your talents with those who will follow your footsteps.
According to the Youth and Sports Minister, the role sports participation plays in nation building should not be underestimated.
Sports must never be seen as just participating in an activity. Instead, let us appreciate how these activities provide an avenue for greater socialization, promoting discipline, effective time management, greater sense of pride and respect. There is also a correlation between all of these qualities, sports and academic achievements.
In other news, 14 students graduated from the Dominica Community High School on Thursday under the theme Character Defines, Not Circumstances. Featured speaker of the ceremony, Nurse Kenifia Nicholas, told graduates that she knows firsthand the high quality of education they received during their 5-year stint, as the DCHS is her alma mater.
The Dominica Community High School has prepared you well and unreservedly. I can proudly attest to the fact that you have been groomed for much more than just academics. Having gone through the halls of this prestigious and esteemed institution myself, I am convinced that you have been exposed to holistic education. Physically, financially, emotionally, and spiritually.
The featured speaker had this message for the graduates.
The time has come when you must take full responsibility of your actions. So many people do not have the opportunities of having a secondary education for various reasons. Some were not financially or emotionally stable. Yet, if you look around, some of those people have become very respectable persons in our society. This proves that character defines, not circumstances.
Represented the Minister for Education was Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Marcella Powell, who urged the students to make good use of the education acquired.
Your achievements are as a direct result of your level of determination, your degree of motivation, as well as your desire to be successful. You have all been privileged to be able to access secondary education at your school. Your period of study at this institution did not only provide you with academic qualifications, but it also taught you valuable life skills. You were taught to take everyday situations and turn them into successful endeavors. Most of all, you were taught to make good use of opportunities and to appreciate that which we often take for granted.
She reiterated government's continued commitment to the education of the country's youth.
The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development is committed to ensuring that you succeed as students. We hold a firm belief that every child can learn, and therefore every child should be given the opportunity to do so. We are committed to providing you with the opportunity, but the journey to success is yours to travel.
And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Mommy, let's cross the road. Come on, Mommy.
Come back to this. Yeah. Listen, honey, don't ever be too busy to cross the street. Take your time. Look for the pedestrian crossing and ensure that no vehicle is coming. Then you can cross. Do you understand?
Yes, Mommy.
Good. Stop. Let's look.
Be smart. Don't be too busy to get across. Look before crossing. A message brought to you by the Violence and Injury Surveillance System Committee in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, Dominique Branché et puis OICS pour célébrer 15 anniversaire Ectel. Parole celle-là sortie au ministre de l'Information, Honorable Kelvin Darrow.
Ectel c'est un regional body qui a célébré l'anniversaire. C'est un body qui a fait régulation pour télécommunication secteur là. C'est service providers comme Lime, comme Digicel et tous service providers. Ectel qui régulate et puis Ectel qui fait provision pour yo faire bon service pour ces customers là qui ni cell phone, ces customers là qui ni télévision et puis tout bagay ça la télécommunication. So Ectel c'est un original body et puis Dominique c'est un member hot body ça là. Et puis tant ça là nous avons célébré 15 anniversary Ectel. Ça c'est un bon célébration. Puis tous ces membres Ectel yo ni pour aller hot place Saint Lucie. Si même que vini pour célébrer l'anniversaire Ectel. Et puis moi, ministère Information Telecommunication, moi pour aller pour joindre et puis représenter Dominique hot célébration ça là, hot Saint Lucie.
En d'autres nouvelles, Dominique signe Memorandum of Understanding, ça c'est un agreement, et puis français pour assister Dominique à le traitement médical. Parole celle-là sur le permanent secrétaire ministre Santé, Helen Royer.
Nous savons que Dominique toujours né pour tertiary care, pour occuper les gens qui sont bien malades. Nous prenons tout service à la Dominique. So, depuis longtemps, nous avons un argument et puis nous avons vu les gens Guadeloupe, Martinique. Mais nous savons que nous avons beaucoup de problèmes parce que tout le monde, depuis qu'ils sont malades, ils ont pour faire gamme pour eux-mêmes aller au docteur. Celle ça nous qui fait ces facilités pour nous crier pour plein ben crier l'hôpital. So ça nous fait c'est nous identifier un monde nous qui facilité manager nous l'hôpital qui est responsable pour évacuer tout le monde les malades. Nous mettons l'assignment, nous voyons Martinique pour voir ça qui a fait problème nous ni les chaque fois où savent si mon pas payé ou savent un temps bagay comme ça.
Roy fait parole comme officier français visiter Dominique pour mettre mesures en place pour faciliter ça.
Because of ça nous tapé nous teni des visites la bof Martinique et puis Guadeloupe yo descendre puis yo voir ministre santé yo voir senior officiel l'hôpital nous parler contre ces différents problèmes là nous ni et puis nous d'accord à un agreement pour yo assister nous Guadeloupe qui assister nous en différentes manières exchange la nou ke ni diferent moun sa yo ke ka vivoye specialist yo pou vini baby bite kon cardiology bagay kon moun ki ale dialysis nephrology moun ki besoin facial maxillo surgery bagay nou pa ni Dominique yo ke ka assiste nou et puis nou ke tout aussi ni on chance pour docteur nous nurse nous aller Guadeloupe pour voir ça qui ka fait et puis taper training.
On a nouvelle Dominique qui travaille et puis Cuba pour combattre les challenges des pays qui ont expérimenté. Si le ministre de la Santé, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, on a un meeting pour faire un changement climatique qui pour prendre place en Paris, ça c'est en France, en décembre l'année salam, qui tape attention.
Nous joignons avec un ministre environ, et nous parlons contre comparaison en termes Dominique et Cuba. Nous savons que Cuba aussi, c'est island, small island developing state. Et nous savons que Cuba a tous ces challenges. Et nous parlons contre le meeting qui a fait à Paris, comment nous travaillons ensemble pour ces pays ces island Caraïbes. Comment nous avons entré en meeting on voit pour comment nous avons commencé à bénéficier de tous ces millions de dollars qui parlé de combien d'années actuellement qui est là pour climate change c'est bien ça là.
Et puis finalement, le projet héritage qui a bâti en territoire Kalinago, ça bien important pour le développement Kalinago. Parole cela sur l'officier projet cela, M. Cozier Frederick.
Il est important pour mon Kalinago puis place ça première place là Kalinago qui vivre en pays. Et ça c'est pour raison il a fait toutes ces gouvernements mis tout bail là. Health center là tout bail là. So à petit temps là mon sorti yo aller mais à présent nous a fait on bail qu'on rebirth nous les fait place là en place quand il était 20 ans qui passé 13 50 years qui passé 100 ans qui passé. So il est très important pour moi puisque moi fait histoire et histoire célèbre c'est histoire moi histoire Kalinago c'est histoire moi. So chaque plat qui a fait toutes ces bails ça et tout le monde qui a été anti coin ça en Salibia en Sainte-Marie tout le monde toute famille qui a été là tous ces monde Tyson c'est Valmont c'est Frederick là c'est John là il tout un groupe là qui a fait initiative à marcher.
Messieurs mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
Wash your hands. I am Adora Tuse, health educator from the Ministry of Health. Proper hand washing protects against the spread of many common illnesses and germs. Wash your hands often with soap and water, or you may use a hand sanitizer. Remember, clean hands save lives. Protect yourself.
A message from the health promotion of the Ministry of Health.
Water makes up more than 2/3 of human body weight, and without water we would die in a few days. Water serves as a lubricant in digestion and almost all other body processes, helps our bodies remove toxins and transports valuable nutrients to the body. The daily recommended water intake for men is 3 liters and for women 2.2 liters. So drink up and live well. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Mervin. Thanks for watching.